Hey folks, welcome back to the Wider Channel. Sharon and I are out on a nice cruise on a kind of brisk 50-degree Saturday morning. On our way to go have lunch with the Spyder group that we belong to. How does it feel riding in 50 degrees, dear?
That's actually okay. Being the sun's out, it's not that bad.
Well, it's chilly everywhere here with this openness of the F3 without a windshield. A whole lot of wind therapy and cold wind therapy. So we haven't been doing a whole bunch of riding. We've had all kinds of fun with opening the camper up, and the weather just hasn't been very good. We've had a lot of rain.
And cold. There's only been a couple of warm days.
Yep. Just a couple of warm days, and then we got basketball going on with our youngest, and all kinds of reasons to not ride. So this meeting is about a half hour away from our house, and get to go have lunch with all the other Spyder folks. It's kind of nice. Same group that I rode the group ride with last year, and now Sharon gets to go along as well, and just a good excuse to get them out and get a good ride in. I think the last time you rode was the day you got your three-wheel endorsement, right?
I think so. We might have went for a little ride a different night, but that might have been the last time.
I was saying before we started the cameras up that the cold air coming up underneath my helmet is making my jaw cold. Like frozen jaw. Everything else is perfectly fine, just my jaw is cold.
Sounds like a no windshield problem.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so much better when it's 70, 80, 90 degrees out. I may go with like the half windshield, the one that comes about halfway up. Just to deflect a little more air. Still not sure what I want to do with this F3. I've seen a couple of F3Ts that look cool on Marketplace. I'm just always on the lookout for broken ones. I really want to get another one and fix it. I had so much fun fixing the Phoenix that it would be so neat to do another one.
Would be. It's just hard for you to find time to do it.
Right? I hear that. So this little town here nearby us is called Frankenmuth. That's where we're going for our meeting today. Frankenmuth has kind of a rich German heritage. They're known for this place called Bronner's, and it's a year-round Christmas store. People come from all over the world to go shopping at this year-round Christmas store. And then they have a restaurant called Zender's. That is a like family-style chicken dinner. That's where we're having the meeting at today, so. And then in the winter they have Snowfest, which is like they have ice carvings and snow carvings that go on. It's
super cool.
Really neat little town, touristy. The town has so much pedestrian traffic. hopefully we'll pull into the lot and find a whole bunch of spiders. We'll see how many people actually rode to the meeting today. And it's fun to, last year when people were talking about going to the one that I did the group ride with, there were quite a few people posting on the Facebook feed that they were caging it to the meeting, which I thought was the funniest term. They were riding in their cages.
Oh, that girl is texting while she's driving next to me. That felt a little uncomfortable.
Right?
But I think a lot of people in the group have a further ride.
Yeah, I think
It's
we're...
gonna be cold.
There's only a few of us that live this far north. Let's see if we can find some spiders out here. Oh, there they are. They're off to the right.
Oh.
So it's been about a month since the first part of this video was recorded, and on the way back from the meeting I did record a little bit, but the audio was so terrible that the video was pretty much unusable, and I really haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to go out and re-record. I have ridden the Spyder to work a couple times and done a couple things, broke a couple things, and fixed a couple things. So a lot of off-camera stuff that just real quick things like my one son works with me, and we were finishing up the day. He went to leave. I was shortly behind him out the door, and he called me just as we were getting going. Said, I'm right around the corner from the office and my car broke down. And I had ridden the Spyder to work that day. So I went around the corner and kind of parked on the side of the road, went up onto the curb a little bit, and after we got his car pushed back to our office, I walked back up to the Spyder, got on it, and when I went to back away from where I had parked it, the lower lip on that new front grille that I put on this sits a little bit lower, and it grabbed a hold of something on the ground and actually ripped it and broke it. It's not so bad that I don't think I can't epoxy it back together, but having it flapping, I wasn't going to leave it that way, and thankfully I had saved the original grill. So the original grill is back on this, and the other part of having had that wind noise and wanting to do something different with the windshield, I decided to put the windshield that it came with back on it for the time being, just to keep that wind out of the microphone and keep my chin from getting super cold. Now, it being a month later, it is not 50 degrees now, it is 80 degrees. It is kind of overcast. We're expecting rain this afternoon. So it'd be nice to get a little I almost went across the toll bridge. I'm so used to doing that in my daily vehicle because I have a unlimited pass to go across the toll bridge. So anyway, nice warm day, nice day for a ride. Sharon is off enjoying her annual girls' weekend at the camper. Has a bunch of friends up, and they do all the fun things that you do camping, and some of the younger daughters were allowed to join this year, so that was neat for them. But back to the things, like I said, the obvious difference being the windshield, putting that back on, keeping the wind down. Wind therapy is nice, but not getting beat up while I'm riding is super nice also. This isn't the permanent solution. I do want that half windshield that's about half of this. The other advantage is keeping my windscreen on my helmet clear of bugs. It really gets caked without the windshield on there. So the other thing is I stopped at a Can-Am on-road dealer that I didn't even know existed. I knew the existence of the store, thought they were Sea-Doos and other things, but they do have Can-Am on-road, unbeknownst to me. I saw somebody in our group post something about them doing service on Can-Am on Spyders, so I stopped in there to check them out and ended up buying the Position 5 U-Fit linkages for the F3 with the manual, the SM6 kit. So it has both bars, and they are indeed two different size bars. I originally thought when I was looking for these that I'll just buy two bars, and at the same length. They are two different lengths. So the clutch, I believe, is the shorter one, and the brake is a longer one. And the kit that they have specific kits for manuals that come with both bars. So I got the Position 5 set up for this, and it is way more comfortable. So you can see it is a really, really easy operation, pretty self-explanatory even, not hard for anyone with just the least little bit of a mechanical ability to handle. So the U-Fit Position 5 really has my legs out nicely, very comfortable. My legs don't feel like they're up in my chest right now. That is very excellent. I guess they have this portion blocked off here. That is new. So we'll go around the block. This little downtown area, they've got all these little spaces where they block the road off in the summer and use the roads as little party areas. All the little bars and restaurants have little additional space. That all started during COVID. They added these little spaces outside, blocking the street off, and they just continued doing it. It works out very nicely. So originally on the ride home from our Spyder meeting, I had talked about an email I received from somebody asking if I was the same Adam that they saw in a movie about some ghosts. And I responded, yes, I am the same Adam that was in the movie with the ghosts. And kind of goes back. There's a really long story that goes behind all of it, and I thought I'd share it. Try and abridge it a little bit, make it a little shorter for you. Way back the year 2010, my father passed away, and I had received a pretty large sum of life insurance. And I said back then, I don't want to just squander this and have nothing to show for it. So one of the things that I'd always wanted to do was start a video production company. And with another, I had been looking for cameras for that to start that venture, and back then Craigslist was the place to find good used stuff, and I came across a listing for some really cool Canon cameras that I had always wanted one of these cameras. They use them in a series that I watched when I was in high school called Trauma: Life in the ER, and they were called Canon XL1s, and then the predecessor Canon XL2s. And the listing was for two of those with a microphone and really professional cameras. And my intention was to record weddings and make money back on that and kind of start a business with it. And that's what I did. I made a deal to purchase those, and as it turned out, they were the production cameras for Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild TV show. And the cameras had Ted Nugent's autograph on the tape doors on them, which was extra cool. And I ran with those cameras for a number of years, and when I sold them, I put them on eBay and sold them for twice what any camera like it was going for. So I got my money's worth out of them for sure. But long story short, for about 10 years I was doing 26 weddings every year. It packed my summer up pretty good. Every Saturday doing weddings. So fast forward a few years, and I was asked by a friend of mine if I would be willing to shoot some drone footage for a movie that was being filmed just a few miles up the road from me. And I thought, okay, what the heck, why not? I've got a couple of drones. I was just playing around with the hobby, and the friend of mine that asked about it put me in touch with the director of the movie, and I met him on a really, really cold January. It was January or February of that year. Went out to meet with the director and see what shots he wanted, and did my best to make some really cool shots of the house that he was filming. And it was a haunted documentary type movie, and he had made a number of them before. Wow, those are big bumps. He had made a number of them before, and after filming the drone footage, he said, well, what else do you have in that trailer? And at that point, I had about $100,000 worth of camera equipment in the production trailer. I said, well, what do you need? I've got just about everything. I had sliders and cranes, what they call jibs. And He says, well, what are you doing for the next 6 months? I said, I guess I'm filming with you, ? He says, sounds good. Can you start tonight? Went home and I took a nap and I started filming with him that night. And we filmed a movie called, it took about 6 months to film it. And we filmed a movie called A Haunting on Finn Road, The Devil's Grove, which I believe is available on Amazon still. And a year later, I got into filming with him again on Haunting on Brockway. Things in that world are way, until you experience something like that, it is something most people just don't believe, and it's really unbelievable things that happen. And at one point, something happened to me that I had to get out of it. So yeah, I've been part of a couple of movies that you can see on Amazon, Haunting on Brockway and Haunting on Finn Road. The director owns a company called Haunted Saginaw, and all of the movies are a piece of Haunted Saginaw. Kind of a interesting thing to have happened. It was life-changing, that is for sure. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these movies in the Haunted Saginaw series. So after all of the things that happened in the second filming of the Brockway, the Haunting on Brockway, I didn't want to do it anymore. I was invited back for filming of the second part of the Haunting on Brockway that was supposed to be a year later, and things happened during the filming of that I just couldn't continue doing. It got a little nuts. There were things that I don't think the movie's ever been released, and I think at some point he may still release that, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but it got kind of hairy in there, so I chose to move on. And at that point, Sharon and I were dating, and I was really starting to enjoy something different in life than filming all the time. And she introduced me to weekends at the camper. So I started enjoying my weekends that way. And the rest is history. The cameras still have most of the cameras and equipment. It all still belongs to Bright Owl Media. Bright Owl Media is the production company, myself, that produces all of these wonderful wider videos. So there is the link to all the way back, and the legacy of my father passing away, that he left me to continue on, and it's turned into the wider channel after lots and lots of years. It's hard to believe it's been 15 years, and that gift keeps giving. So thank you, Dad. So it's been a while. I'm happy that the majority of you have stuck around, and I do have a problem with the Phoenix right now. It is currently only running on 2 cylinders, so we'll be doing some work on that, and I'll be sure to film it all. figure out why one of my cylinders isn't firing. I haven't even started to dig into it yet. I know it's going to be a time-consuming thing, and we still do have a lot going on. But rest assured, we will get to it. We'll get her running, and we'll do some more videos out on the road with Sharon too. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Lots of little updates, little things going on. Nice little story about haunted things and video cameras. So if you like it, please don't forget, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It helps us out too. And hopefully I will see you on the next one.